So we've got the video, but go ahead and play it. I'll show you this picture here in a second because I tweeted this earlier and somebody actually responded
Boeing
in the dumbest way.
737 operated by Southwest Airlines during takeoff in Denver last night. Listen to the pilot and air traffic control working together to land the Houston-bound plane safely back at Denver International Airport.
3695, no problem. Fly present heading. Do you need to run checklist?
Yeah, we're going to need some time. For now, everything's okay. And we don't even know the nature of it, but apparently several passengers and flight attendants heard something loud hit the wing. So we're just going to take our time, get set up, and be ready to go. Thank you.
Alpha 3695, no problem. You can expect vectors. Just keep me advised of the situation and let me know if you want to declare an emergency, but I assume we'll probably do that anyways.
Yeah, I'll get back to you. Stand by.
I mean, pretty extraordinary, right? The images you're seeing there while they're taxiing for takeoff, presumably, because we heard our Pete Muntean earlier say that the plane actually made it about 10,000 feet in the air before it was able to turn around and then did land safely there. In a statement to CNN, Southwest Airlines apologizes for the inconvenience, but said their highest priority is the safety of their customers. The FAA is investigating the incident, which is the latest in a string of issues to plague Boeing aircraft.
And that's why I wanted to bring that up because look, I was watching the news this morning. Terrible idea, but local news. You'd think local news would be a little bit better because you know the weather and whatnot. But this was their banner. This was their headline. Emergency landing. Southwest plane with Boeing engine forced to land.
This is why you should never trust media, boys and girls.
Exactly. Like if they're doing this for stuff I know about, what are they doing for the stuff that I don't know about?
I mean, for one, they say Boeing 737, but it wasn't a Max, right? It was 800, which is
that's still That's still a Boeing.
But it's an older. It's not. The Max is the one that's in the spotlight right now. So it's an older 737. And Boeing definitely doesn't build the engines. Shocker.
Not to my knowledge. No, they don't.
GE.
Don't think they even the cowlings and stuff are. I think that's all part of the engine assembly, right? That's They don't put any of that stuff on there.
Most of them are GE, and I mean it's the cowling, right? It's held on by a couple latches. So, I mean, a little bit of some sensationalism at its finest there. So, but it is. I don't know. Just watching that video, it's pretty shocking on the landing rollout. When she slows down, the cowling disintegrates. I was pretty surprised how that thing just came apart like that.
Well, according to CNN, that was the takeoff.
I'm pretty sure that was.
No, you're right. I'm saying according to CNN, they're like they were taxiing for takeoff, and the thing just disintegrated, and they went anyway. Why not?
Yeah, they taxied for. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. But I don't know. You know what though? I mean, having flown airliners, it's for him to say we don't really know what's going on, but the passengers and the flight attendants said something hit the wing. It just goes to show you how really in an airliner your SA is ahead of you. You can't looking back is pretty tough in an airliner. But obviously they've probably ding hello. Yeah, the cowling.
I was gonna say, can you not see that far down the wing?
No, Mace. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's like in a fighter, right? Boom, you're like,
yeah,
you're like, oh, everything's there, But no, not an airline.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. In the Airbus, you can, if you really tried, you could probably see the cowling.
See the wingtips.
You
see the outer. You can't see the engine. Like you're not going to. I mean, maybe if you press. I've never tried to press my. Right. Yeah, I've never had a situation where I'm like,
but fog in the window.
Honestly, Mace, what's the first rule? Sound cool on the radio, right? They did that.
Yeah, nailed it. Very, very nonchalant.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know what's wrong, but the passengers told me there's something wrong.
Right.
Well, but I mean, from their perspective, nothing red is illuminated in their face.
Yeah,
nothing yellow is illuminated or orange is in their face. There's nothing. There's no bells. There's nothing. It's just ding. You know, hey, what's going on? Is it time for our pee break yet? No, we got the engine just came apart back here. Nah, it's still good. Still good right here. You know, we're not even doing this.
There's no warning or caution you would get.
I don't think so. No.
And I mean, it's gonna fly fine, right? Like it looks a lot worse than it actually is.
Yeah, I guess the real risk is, you know, maybe hits the tail, you know, something like binds the control, hits a, you know, but in this case, I think the bigger story here is that Boeing, Southwest, and the 737 are under the microscope. And I throw Southwest in there because of the LaGuardia thing we just had, right? Southwest is the largest operator, I think, probably. I mean, that's all they operate, so they've got to be one of the largest of the 737. They have all these, you know, new orders and stuff. And then obviously Boeing, if it's Boeing, it's in the media immediately, you know, Boeing engine, just like they said on Fox. And then the 737 Max has the issues, but, you know, this is probably a 15-year-old airplane, probably 10, 15 years old. You know, this is not, because somebody replied to me, they're like, well, when Spirit Aerosystems did it, I'm like, no, they didn't touch this. This was either the engine, you know, whoever was working on it, or, you know, maybe they just didn't do the best of, you know, post-flight after or post-maintenance whenever they open the cowling, because it opens up. And then, you know, you always make sure, when I did my walk arounds, I always made sure everything was flush. You know, that's the biggest thing, because you don't want that to happen to you. But I don't know.
Sometimes.
Is it like as simple as they forgot to relatch it?
Yeah,
could be.
Probably. Yeah,
Like how many times have you taxied out and had a panel come open on a jet?
Oh, yeah.
And your
How many times
like,
have you had we've come back with missing panels? You know,
totally.
How many times has a panel just departed?
Dropped object form. Where did it drop? Somewhere between Misawa and the Sea of Japan.
I mean, look, the T-38, the most recent one, the Huffer panel, right? When that you do the battle damage check, and you're like, hey, don't tell me if that panel's open, because it's always open. You know, it's flopping around.
Skid lost the whole canopy.
Yeah, that's true. Skid.
Yeah, things fall off airplanes.
Yep.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Just more Boeing in the news. I mean, just because the jet was built by Boeing, they're gonna beat that drum as long as they can.
Trending and clickable. That's what it is.